Feeling stuck like you, don't know what to do. I know there's more in you, but you cannot see it. There's a remedy, and I've got the strategy. It's time to turn your dreams into a reality. Push, and I'ma help you. 'Cause it's time to. And I'ma help you. 'Cause it's time to.
Welcome back to another episode of Push Talk Podcast. Welcome back. It's season 3, everybody. So excited to be back. Yes, hand claps. We are back in the building. It has been a long break, but we're coming back with some fire. This season, let me tell you, it is all about raw, real life situations, lived experiences from not only myself as your push strategist, but the many other guests that we will bring on the podcast. We want to make sure that we continue to push you towards your purpose and business career and beyond. But we got to get real. We want you to be successful. And the only way you can do that is by learning and growing from where I went wrong, where I've done right. I want to help you succeed. And that's what this podcast is all about. So if you are visiting us here for the first time, I want you to stop right now and I want you to go subscribe to us on Apple Podcasts, Push Talk Podcast. Make sure you subscribe to us on YouTube where you could watch us and listen. We want to make sure that you don't miss out. You have 2 seasons to make up for it. And trust me, they were fire. Okay. So this season is even going to bring more. But today, guys, without further ado, I want to kick off this season 3 talking about something that has been hot on the press all over. The slap heard around the world with Will Smith, and I couldn't think of a better guest to bring on. That's somebody who I know can really speak on this. We are not going to just focus on what happened with Will and Chris Rock, but we're going to take it to a level where we can talk about, as people going after their purpose in business and their career, how can we make sure that we're never caught in a situation where we lose self-control and it causes us to do things that we will regret? Because as people going after purpose, we have to be a step ahead of our emotions and say, hey, what are we doing here? And I couldn't think of a better person to bring on than my husband himself, Imran Sesay. Welcome to Push Talk Podcast. Woo!
Thank you so much. It's a pleasure to be here. Yes, I really love the topic, and I want to give my take on it. Contribute.
I can't wait because all about self-control. Being with a woman like me, you got to have a lot of self-control. No. And I have to too, y'all. It's two-way street. But today is actually I'm making him. Can you imagine? I'm making him work on our anniversary. This is 8 years together, and let me tell you something. Thank God. But I said, you know what? What a better way to kick off our 8 years than for me to bring him on and just have fun and talk about conversations we have in our living room all the time about life. Because you know what? This that happened with Will and Chris Rock is unfortunate, but in everything we have to look and say, what could we learn from it, right? Both of them are talented Black actors doing and comedian doing great things. Always known Will as this stand-up guy. I met Will Smith, you guys, before when I went to LA. He was so nice, so kind, just a gentle spirit, and I met Jada too, actually, when I was there. And beautiful woman, he loves his wife, like I hope, look, Mr. Sesay, you ain't gonna be slapping nobody because I don't want you.
Yeah. Well, it's not in my nature, because most of the time here, Like I have three things I will start with that I believe most of us, as I would say, the modern man or the modern guy is supposed to have in mind.
Mm-hmm.
And these are receive, digest, and react.
Receive, digest, and
And
react.
react.
Okay.
Yes, having to do with modernity today, the reaction of a man, a woman, be it, I would say should not be spontaneous in nature because there will be a tendency of overreaction.
Mm-hmm.
And mostly for us, I would say black men,
Mm-hmm.
it has been a way that has been used as a tool to get us into situations that are not of the best outcome.
Yeah, yeah.
So most of the time, we do react instantaneous reactions with a bad yield, bad effects, and all,
Mm-hmm.
because we don't want to receive, digest, and react.
Mm-hmm.
When you receive, digest, and react later, you do things appropriately. You address them in the way they're supposed to be addressed, where you don't end up getting caught in a situation, legal issues, problems with the law, and
Yeah.
all this stuff. Because you go, think them over, and you come. There's a saying that says, they say, leave them, be afraid of the man who live without saying nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Be afraid of the man who live without saying nothing by the great writer Chini Achebe in one of the 10 best books that were ever written, Things Fall Apart.
Yeah, good book.
Yes, he says, be afraid of a man who live without saying nothing. Yes, and it is the way I want most of us today, men, women of this modern day, to react in certain situations. It doesn't mean because I don't say something today, that means I don't have something to say.
Mm-hmm.
It just means I've received.
Mm-hmm.
I will digest.
Yes.
And then I will react.
Yes.
So, because other than
good.
that, you will play into the textbook of mostly what have been used to bring men down. Mostly black men, I will be more precise.
Yeah.
Yes, because this tool has been used to bring black men down. Because it's a deliberate plot. They will plan it, deliver it, and it goes to effect.
Yeah.
A situation having to do with this, our present issue having to do with Smith, it was delivered right there. I would say he took it as a fun, but the wife there happens to take the, I would say, no hurt intended, was there now as the stimulus to change his mindset, having to deal with that, the way he has reacted. Firstly,
because he was, and when I look at it, he was laughing at first, and I guess when he looked at his wife and saw how upset she was, it was what, like you said, the stimulus that triggered him to now
to step into another level, to show that he's man.
Yeah.
Yes, and by him going up there and showing he overreacted, and today it's been used to bring him down.
Yeah, because it takes away from who Will Smith. We always knew him, Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, all these things, and we tie this into career because how many times in our career or in our businesses have we been tested to give a reaction? We want to move outside of our move by our emotions, and it's so important. This was his career, but it's a good example to all of our careers, all of our businesses that we're starting.
Everyday
have
life.
Self-control. Yes, because self-control is an art. You must develop that muscle of self-control for success at every area of your life. You can't run from situations that will actually ask you to use self-control. Everyone must work on it. And that's why in this podcast, stay in this conversation, you're somebody, like I said, you've mastered. I'm going to give you that. I'll give you props. You've mastered self-control. In the 8 years we've been together, I have not seen you allow people to give you a reaction. I can't think of a time where you reacted. I always admired how you would just bite your tongue, digest it, and then you'll come to me like maybe 2 weeks later like, when this happened, this is how I felt. And I'm like, maybe it should have been a little sooner. But the point is that it allows you to stay in a place where you have self control and you're able to never be tagged into these situations that bring down people, especially black men. There's so many things I've been hearing now. Oh, you know, in one moment, Denzel said to Will, as I was, looking and just kind of reading more about everything that happened, and it's just so unfortunate. Denzel told him straight up, he's like, you know what? That's how the devil works. He told him, he's like, at your highest moment, you have to be careful. That's when the devil tries to come for you. And most times, if we think back at situations, we do so much in our businesses, we do so much in our careers, like we'll have achieved. But the one mistake he made, innocently wanted to defend his wife. Now, it's causing him so much. I was listening on the news, they said he has a film, I guess he's working on. They don't want him to lose the Oscar he got. They're gonna blow it up, and this is how it goes with our black men. Sometimes it's put in this position, or
There's no opportunity for a second chance.
yeah,
And that's why you need to master this in
yeah,
order for you to thrive in this modern world that we are living today.
yeah.
No opportunity for second chance. The
Excuse me.
minute it's done, it's being used, it's like a tiny hole
Mm,
in a sack. The minute the hole appears, all modernity will do now is applying pressure so the hole gets bigger.
mhm.
At the end of the day, everything that has been acquired by you will be lost.
Yeah,
It's a textbook that has been played to bring down the best of men.
yeah, it's so true. You know,
And the way it works, it's simple. They throw it at you, they designed it, throw it at you and look for the reaction that comes after.
yeah,
You see, it happens most of the time. Even at work, you will find a colleague throwing a jab on you,
mhm,
and if the tone of your response will lead you to trouble. When you're not even thinking on that line of creating that situation, they provoke you to react and they use the reaction against you.
yeah, yeah,
It is the way the system has been set. And with the way it is, no second chance, one needs to have the ability to receive, digest,
yeah,
and react
yeah,
timely.
yeah,
It's not in a rush. Don't rush.
yeah,
For you to react appropriately, digest, go sit down, just plan to the same way they plan to bring it to you. It is the same way you will plan again to take it to them and be able to address the issue
in a professional way.
in a professional way because it's a
Yeah,
professional world.
yeah,
And men should stop being physical.
yeah,
I always say this to my folks back in Africa. I said the world of physical strength is over. We don't need to be strong to show strength in a physical form.
yeah,
Now, strength of modernity, even though it's not supposed to be that kind of way, because mostly sometimes when I delve deeply in my philosophical reasoning, I believe the way the system is set will lead to the decline of our species.
mhm,
Because men are not, they don't want men to react as men no more. The way they're supposed to react, what has been known to be the reaction of men at the past. It's a new page
mhm,
where men are supposed to react with their mind,
yeah,
wisdom, and understanding,
yeah,
and behave there in the most appropriate manner as the way modernity sees it fit.
yeah, yeah.
So, if I give an example, when strength was needed, battle was won
Excuse me.
by men with powerful blows, by men who know how to play with swords and all this stuff.
Hmm.
But now, people use their minds.
That's
They
right.
create technologies
Yeah,
that can go and cause havoc 6,000 miles away without them actually being there.
that's so true.
So it shows you the transformation that has taken place. The physical energy, the raw one is no more needed.
That's true.
It's good for a man to act physical in this modern world. it's no more needed.
Yeah, yeah.
If anybody says, "Oh, I don't see the fight in you," say, "Yes, go look for the fight somewhere else. You don't need to see the fight in me because I'm not here to fight. I'm here to use my mind. I'm a modern human."
Yeah, that's really good.
This is modernity.
Yep.
So the ability to hit, slap, or try to display supposed to be a thing of the past. This is modernity.
Yeah, that's true. That's a good way to put it. Really, really good. Because we know what physical anger can do. It's a spirit of anger and rage, and the law calls it crime of passion. When you look up crime of passion, is violent crimes that happened when somebody reacted suddenly by impulse of anger rather than premeditated crime. But this is what happened. They were gonna, if Chris Rock pressed charges on Will Smith, he imagined what that would have done to his career, but he knew, I'm not gonna take this brother down because of XYZ. I can't put words in Chris Rock's mouth, but Chris Rock also, I commend him because he used the mind. His reaction,
digest,
yep,
and
react.
later.
He did not. He played it into a joke. He handled it so well. He didn't shake, and that's how we have to think now as people who are going after our purpose, building a business and building a career. You cannot allow people to shake you. You cannot allow people to, because one sudden move will harm you. So hi, guys. We have made it to our 15-minute mark. As you know, this podcast is about giving you quick, short 15-minute motivational messaging to push you towards your purpose. But don't worry, we will finish off with this hot topic next week. Make sure you subscribe so you don't miss out. Thank you for joining us on Push Talk Podcast.